Failure, loser, fraud. That's basically all I had running through my head on this really hot day as I was working and cleaning. But before I get to that, this is going to be me building some clamp racks that are long overdue. And I mean long overdue. So I actually have some in my shop at the garage, but I've been putting off making them because I wanted to make some better and deeper ones and a little bit more sturdy. And finally, I'm getting around to it, and you can actually see my clamps in that back corner in this shot, and it's super embarrassing. I have a client that's coming up on Monday, and so I was in full just go mode because I cannot have my shop looking like this when I have a big client coming. And that's why I'm working frantically. And then the rest of the time I spent cleaning and cleaning and cleaning some more because, a big space takes quite a lot of maintenance. So when I got this shop space, it was like a dream come true. It literally just fell into my lap. And at the time, I was thinking, I cannot pass up this opportunity. This place has everything. It has electrical work. It has 220 outlets. It has three-phase power. It has all this stuff. And when I took the plunge and thought, I'm going to try to make it on my own, I'm going to, start a YouTube channel, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to make rad stuff. I was on that high of kind of dreams and aspirations. And in the back of my head, I knew that it was going to be hard. I knew that it was not going to be, this cakewalk. But at the same time, I still was so fresh and so new into it that, that burnout, that just kind of exhaustion, that mental fatigue had not set in. And, on this day when you see me working, like I'm really trying to get this place ready for a client that's coming up, but at the same time, all that's running through my head is failure, fraud, loser, 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 loser. So if you haven't figured it out, this is the real talk portion of the video where I tell you that I feel like a failure and a fraud. I started this off thinking that I'm going to be building and making these rad videos, kind of like Padula Studio or Blacktail Studio. Everything's going to be awesome, and it's been really stressful. The shop build out took way longer and cost way more money. And I feel like I'm just constantly strapped for time. I feel like I don't have the time or the money to do the projects I want. And I feel like I'm in this constant race just to make enough to pay the bills every single month. And because of that, I just feel like a complete failure. And now this is kind of where I feel stuck because on one hand, this is still my dream. I've always dreamed of having an awesome workshop, and I'm super grateful that I have what I have. But at the same time, the initial plan was never to be 100% reliant on me just, making things as fast as I can or fixing things or, basically just hustling from one place to the next, picking up material and just working as fast as I possibly can so I can pay all the bills. My initial idea was always that I was going to have multiple revenue streams, whether it be from products or classes that I do or, some sort of online revenue. And, I think the fact that I don't have those things, that's also where that feeling of failure comes in. And I think this video really is going to be just this self-coaching because I can hear the answers pop up that it's not too late to do those things. And, that's, I know what I have to do, but at the same time, I think I just needed to get it out there that my stress level has just been so high that I'm literally in a panic every morning when I wake up. And I think it's hard to be creative when you're in that, just panic, frantic state. And, some days it's so bad that I'll catch myself driving in the car, and I'll be in the car just going, loser, loser, just the worst self talk. And it's honestly, it's bad. Um, I laugh about it now, but really, I need to figure out something. So for some of you watching, you might be saying, you need a plan. You need a plan, you dummy. You're not going to get anything done if you're just, sitting in wishful thinking. And I agree. I think I need a plan. My problem's always been just sticking to the plan. But I'm going to work on being a lot more consistent with, putting out videos, writing articles, and getting some of those product development projects done. I have a couple in the works, and it's just about doing the work. Some of it is research. I need to contact some suppliers and figure out uh, the most ideal way to manufacture, because that's not really my wheelhouse. I'm pretty much a, complete novice when it comes to actual manufacturing. So I need to see where I can get some of those pieces produced and go from there. One thing that's made it really difficult to stick to some sort of plan is just the sheer level of exhaustion. Typically, when I come home and I normally work fairly late, I'm just so tired that I just don't have the energy to, do any more work, whether it's mental or physical. So I'm not sure what the solution is to that. I'm not sure if, dedicating an hour of the day and just trying not to stress about all the other, things that I have going on, and just saying, for this hour, I focus on this task. I think better time management skills would be beneficial for me. Some days I feel like I get home at 8, 9 o'clock, and I don't think I have anything left to give. Maybe I do. I think I do. So I don't know. I think this video is probably more of me just self-coaching or getting it out there, but I'd love to hear from anybody who's, maybe had a similar struggle, or, found a system that's worked. I'm one of those personality types that's very industrious. Like, I like to be constantly doing something. And I've found one issue that I have is that if I feel like something is taking too long, or I'm wasting my time, or I'm making very little progress, that it begins to stress me out that I'm actually squandering my time, and I'll, focus on a task that's less valuable or important, but where I feel like I'm actually getting something accomplished versus just spinning my wheels. And I think for a lot of these tasks where it's, product development or something a little bit more abstract, there is a lot of time where you can't actually see any kind of result. You're doing work, you're doing research, you're kind of, problem solving, but you don't have anything really to show for it. So if you made it through all that rambling, I congratulate you. So this is what the shop looked like after all the cleaning and organizing and dusting, moving stuff around. It might not be super pretty, but it's a whole heck of a lot better than it was before.